Hey, what's good, guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to another WearTesters Real Talk with me, formerly known as Nightwing2303. In case you guys are new here, Real Talk is just a small video series that we do here at WearTesters where you guys ask us questions. We give you our unfiltered, which usually happens anyways, but unfiltered, honest answers. So with that being said, what do we got first?
What basketball brand do you think has been most improved?
I do not know.
Is there anybody who stands out that you're disappointed by?
Maybe Adidas, but only by a little. You know what I mean? Only like 2016 Adidas was so, like, they went hard and they did great, and then 2017 was kind of lackluster, and then 2018 was really nothing until the last bit of the year, and then they've been killing it with their, the Harden, the Next Level, the one that's right over there.
The Dames?
No, well, the Dames are good too. Dang it, I can't remember what they're called.
The Marquee?
Not the Marquees. Those were okay. They weren't like great or anything. Provision, that was what it was, the cheap shoe. Like, took them like 12 months to come out with stuff, you know what I mean? And so I was just kind of like, what's going on? Like, the only shoe that they had really was like some of the lower level Hardens, the Harden 2s, which I was unimpressed with for the most part. And then the Dame 4s from the late year prior. They had a slow start.
Very slow.
Yeah, super slow, where I was kind of like, what are they doing? They were focusing on like lifestyle and NMDs and collabs and all that stuff, which I think is like just not my interest. But then you bring in Under Armour. Under Armour's only been making shoes for 9 or 10 years. Something like that, especially basketball shoes. With the amount of time that they've been in the space, you've got to get them a lot of credit. They, go back and forth between like what's good and what's not, but at the same time, they're new and they've been putting out some pretty decent sneakers, like the original Spawns. The new Spawns are good. The Curry line, for the most part. The problem that they have, though, is that they've got models that cater to very specific needs on court, and they don't have the variety that, say, a Nike or an Adidas, you know what I mean, or a Jordan brand does, where they've got just like, we're talking at any given time throughout the year, Nike has at least 10 different basketball models, and we're not even considering the signatures. I don't think that any one brand is disappointing or vastly superior than the next, because the thing that's funny about everything is that the people that work at, say, Under Armour are the people that used to work at Nike and Adidas and Jordan, and vice versa. These guys, there's only so many brands to work for, and if you're in the footwear industry, you're moving around, like you're getting better opportunities or whatever. So like when people are always like, oh, this designer needs to be fired, it's just like, bro, I can guarantee you that that designer had the hit that you were like totally down for, and you're just being very dramatic.
What is something that sucks about reviewing shoes that no one considers?
Well, there's lots of stuff that sucks. It's time consuming, it's tiring. You have to play when you don't want to. You have to play when you don't feel good. You have to play when you're hurt and all that stuff, because like with our business, if I stop working, then there is no business. And so like if I roll my ankle and I'm out for 3 weeks, then that's 3 weeks of what do we do, and Affleck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like one of those things. And so it just is a bummer. And if we don't create content, then we don't create revenue. And if we don't have revenue, we have no money. And if you have no money, you can't buy shoes to then create more content. We're all self-funded here. We don't get paid by the brands like a lot of other people. Everything sucks, but at the same time, everything is still awesome, like it's like you can't just like only focus on like the negative part, like if you think about things, like I play basketball kind of for a living, which is weird, but that's what it is essentially, because it's part of I need to be able to talk about the performance of the shoes and stuff like that. And so I think it's cool that somebody can have that kind of like job description almost, but not even be a professional in any way, shape, or form as far as like an athlete is concerned. Very much like certain trainers, like some of these trainers are good enough to be in the league and something happened, or they got injured in a way to where they can't play that competitively anymore, yet they've been able to find a different avenue to be able to work in this space of basketball or whatever their sport is and still earn a living off of it, doing something that they love. And I think that it's cool that the internet has brought that for them, or for us.
That's not the answer I thought you were going to give.
What do you mean?
I thought you were going to say that you don't get to play in what you want to play.
That's a very small, talk about first world problems. Oh, I don't get to play in the shoes that I want to play in. Really? You know what I mean? No, it is one of the things that sucks. But it's really, because on the outside looking in, you get to play basketball and you get to do it in how many different shoes? all the time. Like, we are fortunate enough for that.
What athlete do you think should have a signature line right now?
Man, I feel like everybody got a signature line right now.
There's nobody who...
I mean, who?
I don't know.
Who?
Does Draymond Green have one?
Man, if somebody give Draymond a...
I'm just saying, you asked for somebody.
No, give him a signature backpack to wear while he's shooting threes. No.
A backpack?
Have you seen him shoot? He looked like he's got a backpack on. Why is that so funny?
Because you made me think of Kevin Hart from Jumanji being like, here's your backpack to hold everybody's stuff.
That's basically what it is. He looked like he's carrying the whole weight of the team on his shoulders, even though he's really not. You know, it's all Steph. But like, yeah, who deserves? Like, Giannis is getting one. Who else is there? Look, I think that Gordon Hayward is a good player. He's a very good player. He's an NBA player, which means he's better than 90% of the population out there.
He got a haircut, right?
Yeah, no, he's like a cute man and all that stuff. But no, that's like the meme that goes around. That guy, though, he's most likely, he signed with Anta recently. He's most likely going to get a signature sneaker. You can't tell me with a straight face, if you look me in the eye, that that's a signature athlete. In an era where there was Dr. J's with signature shoes, Clyde's with signature shoes, to the Michael Jordans. I mean, we're talking elite athletes. I'm sorry, man, but Gordon Hayward don't stack up with LeBron James or Kyrie, even a Klay Thompson. Like, I'm sorry, man, and I think he's a great player and all that stuff. Like I said, he's better than 90% or more of the population. He's an NBA player, which means he's the best of the best in basketball. But that does not mean that you should get a signature shoe. And I feel like because there's the China factor now, because in China, if you're a basketball player, you're just famous. You know, like, you're just big. I mean, Shane Battier had a signature sneaker. Do you even know who that is?
No.
Exactly. Great defender, but a signature athlete? I don't think so. There is too many signature sneakers right now. It should be, talk about like the whole All-Star being, I think it's an accolade. A lot of people consider it now a popularity contest, which is what it's turned into. I do admit that, but I'm just saying is that when you enter a room, 7-time All-Star, blah, 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 that's basically like a participation award you're giving it. They're very popular 7 times. No. Being an all-star should be an accolade. That's why you put that on your resume, right?
Are you rethinking your scorecards now?
No, because I still consider all-star what it is, which is like it is an achievement. It is not, even though that's what it's considered, it is an achievement. It's what it used to be, and that's what I will always consider it. But that's the thing, though, is that just today, too many people just get a shoe. It was never like that back in the day, man. It was crazy. PEs are cool. I think that's dope. Give them a little initial, give them a player makeup that nobody else can get. I think that's awesome.
I don't like that.
Why?
For them to spend all that money to make them just that shoe.
Who, Nike?
It costs money, right, to put that shoe together.
Yeah, but the consumers pay for that.
Well, then they should at least put those out.
They used to, and then people didn't buy them.
Don't put out a ton, but at least put out a run.
They did. Nobody bought them.
Really?
Dude, I told you, that one shoe, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was all blue with some yellow on it. And it had, this is a Nike shoe, and it went to Nordstrom Rack, and it had a SC30 on the back of it. It was Curry's PE. Nobody gave 2 shits about it. Granted, Curry back then wasn't who he is now, but still, like, nobody gave a f. They even put out Russell Westbrook hyperfuses. Nobody cared about them.
What if they released them just in, say, that
the region? Yeah, but we're talking about the Bay Area, and our Nordstrom Rack had those Currys. And even I passed up on them, being a big Warrior fan, and I was like, I don't know, I regret it now, just as a collector's piece, because even back then, this is when we still have Monte, even back then, I didn't know that Curry was gonna blossom into, because like we had just changed ownership, all that stuff. We didn't know what the state of the team was gonna be. I didn't know like where Curry was gonna play. Have we talked about this on camera where like I don't buy player jerseys?
We've talked about it. I don't know if it's ever made it.
Okay, so like the reason why I pass on those PEs is not because I'm not a big Warrior fan or not because I'm not a Steph Curry fan and all this stuff, is for one very simple reason, is because I don't like investing in things. I don't buy jerseys for this reason. I don't like investing in a player on a team that I like and then all of a sudden he gets shopped or moved. And it happens every time. Every time. We loved the We Believe team, okay? Like it was an awesome thing to see after like what, 13 years of playoff drought, all this stuff. B. Diddy was the He was so fun to watch. She bought me a Baron Davis shirt. What happened? Yeah, but what happened right after that? He got traded. Like, and I was just like, no, the curse continues. And like, I was just like, you can't do that. I do not buy stuff with names on them. I just don't do it. I feel like it's a curse. Reliving that moment was awful just now. Baron Davis was so fun to watch.
You went on and on about the Jordan 4.
Yeah.
It's the 30-year anniversary. Is there any?
It's been 30 years?
Yes.
Oh man, I am so old.
Hello, they're going to be making the 34.
I don't pay attention. Yeah, that's right. I don't pay attention like that. Okay, proceed.
We know what colorway you want.
Mm-hmm.
Is there other colorways that you'd like to see?
Like re-release or just in general?
Yeah.
No, because I have the white and cements. That's like my grail. The black and cement, classic. I have somewhere over there the militaries, and I don't wear them. I don't know why.
So you just need...
I just need the two. That's it. I'm happy with those. Yeah, if you, there's that, what's that one, that laser or whatever it is?
Ugh.
You
With
don't
the
like
gun
those?
bottom?
No, not that one. They're the ones with the weird, like, neon splatter on them.
I don't think I've seen those.
No, you have. I've shown them to you. They're white with a black midsole with, like, weird, like, neon splatter on them.
You want those?
I didn't, but then the more that I see them, I'm like, maybe, because there are 4.
Do you want the koi fish curries too?
No,
Are you
no.
sure if I show them to you every day for the next week?
No, I've been seeing those. I knew about those from the jump. They had the little pedestal things with the shoes in them.
I do.
Yeah, and they were pulling the cloth off of it, right, to unveil each colorway and then tell the story of everything. This is during the unveil of the shoe, and they get to that colorway, and every colorway that they had done, I was like, yo, those are fresh, right? And then they get to the white and black one with the black toe that I have. He pulls off those, and I don't say this out loud, but because I'm filming and everything, but as I'm watching everything happen, I was like, ooh, those are hella fresh, right? And then they get to those all-star joints, and they pull off the thing, and I was like, ooh, no, I do not like those ones.